Hello, hello. I had intended to come in a bit earlier into the group to share some things with you, but I was on holiday for a few days last week and then spent yesterday rejigging things to get out for a swim because it's just been such crazy hot weather, which is also weird and troubling. But amidst the conflicting feelings about it all, I managed to get out for a sea swim and yeah, just reorganize my day. But I wanted to come in ahead of this Friday's circle just to talk a little bit more about pleasure and play and the whole theme. Really just to highlight that when I'm talking about bringing more pleasure and play into our lives, I'm really not talking about manufacturing experience or forcing ourselves into feeling any way other than what we actually feel. And I just think that's really important to say because the whole theme of like pleasurable things and playfulness and goodness brings up a lot of resistance, and it can actually just feel like yet another thing that we are supposed to be doing that we're not getting right or that we're not really able for, that we need to fix about ourselves. And it can bring up a lot of guilt and a lot of shame and so much. So really just kind of wanting to make very clear that when I'm talking about these experiences and expanding our capacity for pleasure and play, that's really all it is. It's developing, like creating the conditions inside of ourselves and outside in our lives to allow ourselves to feel that more when it does arise, when something joyful or spontaneously or organically arises, or when you're being called into a playful experience by life or by somebody around you, that you can have enough of a sense of safety and trust inside yourself and in your nervous system to actually allow that to happen and not close off from it. So this is really a lot more about the relationship that we have with ourselves and a relationship of trust and safety, and not about, as I said, imposing or coercing ourselves into any kind of experience, because we have had that done to us for far too long now, for eons, and we don't want more of that same shit to be continuing, that same violence and aggression and repression and subverting of our experience as it is. So it's always really important to stay with what's true for you now, while also finding ways to actually sort of gradually expand the capacity to allow in more of the goodness. So if that's something that you're feeling, that you're feeling called to, that is kind of arising as a bit of a pull, or kind of a juicy, there's something in it for you, or there's a curiosity or some resistance to it, then you're super welcome to join me in this Friday evening circle. There's still plenty of time to book. And if it's something that you actually feel like you would like to experience in a more personal way, in a more attuned way, in a more private space, because it is a lot about attunement to ourselves and really knowing what's going on for you personally, then I have some spaces available for one-to-one work, for private sessions. If you want to contact me about that, you can just drop me a message. And this is also something that I'm going to be including and teaching on in a group offering that I'm going to be sharing a bit more about in the coming weeks, so watch this space. So if there's anything that you want to ask about this, or anything that comes up for you, when you're watching back the replay, or whoever's on right now, you can drop me a message and I will get back to you. And otherwise, I hope to see some of you in the circle this Friday evening for Dublin time. And you can catch the booking link in the post just below this. So sending you lots of love and hoping that you can experience some moments of enjoyment and pleasure and play, whatever's going on for you, even amidst the difficult experiences. Sometimes they're very much interwoven, and it's really about expanding our container for all of these experiences, for the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So bye for now, and lots of love to you all.